Well, on this week's show, we have news about Guardians of Galaxy's roller coaster, the Disney Parks Podcast Meetups, Donald Duck's annual pass magnet, and you get to meet the Redhead. All this and so much more on this week's...
He wants the Redhead.
on this week's Disney Parks Podcast.
Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Caselnova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
All right, buddy. How you doing?
Good.
We wants the Redhead.
He wants the Redhead.
So it was a busy weekend, right? We had a lot going on this weekend.
Yeah, we did a lot of stuff.
Let's start with Friday night.
Oh, boy. We don't have enough time, but
Yeah,
we'll keep it short.
Yes.
So John, his wife was having a girls' night and says, hey, let's go out.
Boys' night.
Boys' night. And I decided that the lobby bar at the Four Seasons might be a good place to start.
Yeah, why not, right? Seemed like a good idea at the time.
So we went there. It was happy hour, so drinks are half price, which is always nice. Well, the beer and the wine and specialty cocktails, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah,
well
half
drinks.
price. Yeah, something like that. It's half price. And they have good food. They got a pretty big food menu now.
Mm-hmm.
They even have sandwiches and things like that. So we started there with some shrimp tacos and some mini corn dog nuggets.
Can't go wrong with corn dogs.
Yeah, and we had some beer. And then we were hungry for food.
Of course.
We were going to eat there. But then we said, well, let's just go downstairs.
We're right there. It's there.
It's right there. So then we went down to Ravello, and it wasn't very busy. So
No, shockingly, as much as we talk about it, you would
Yeah.
think that it would be packed.
maybe we did something wrong.
We'll have to talk about it more.
Yeah, and we're going to. So it was very easy for us to get a table. I mean, we would have sat at the bar, but we decided to opt in for a table, and we got seated pretty quickly as usual.
Yep.
Said hi to the chef, Don.
Don was there, yep. And then the big chef.
Yeah, then the executive chef, Fabrizio, I guess somebody told him that we were in the building.
That's being very gracious. Somebody told him that you were in the building.
Yeah. And he's like, hey, why didn't you tell me you were here?
Why you don't know you're telling me I was
Yeah.
here? I'm like,
So he sat down with us, sat down at the table,
yeah.
and probably talked for like 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
We were talking about different stuff. So it was fun. Then he treated us to...
I have a problem,
Yeah.
apparently.
At Ravello, Chef Fabrizio, the executive chef there, makes his own limoncello.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, he makes limoncello, but then he makes other variations of a limoncello.
Yes, he does.
So he treated us to what they call the Italian job, which is 3 different limoncellos. So they wheel over the cart, they show you the flavors, and then you can pick them. And you picked, which 3 did you go with?
I went with the mixed berry. I wanted to try the strawberry, and I went with the orange.
Right. And I did the berry,
Mm-hmm.
the crema, which I've had previously, and it's delicious. And then I decided to try the chocolate one, which kind of looked like mud in a jar.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had those, and then we said, well, we really didn't try the limoncello one. So then he brings out the limoncello one.
Yeah. So.
And then he comes back.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. So we got 4 glasses in front of us, 4 snifters of limoncello.
Right.
Then Chef goes in the back and comes out with, I can't even remember what he called it,
I can't either.
but it's some very floral. I mean, as soon as you stick your nose in the glass and take a swig, you're like,
There's
it's like smelling Febreze.
Yeah, there's a byproduct of using all the oranges. He said that, and we had this left over, and he says normally they take this and use it like in soaps and stuff. He said, but it's all natural. He says, so what we
edible.
decided to do is use it and make we put it with some more grain alcohol and made this, and it wasn't limoncello. It was a completely different type of liqueur, but man,
it
was strong. It was a little stronger than I had anticipated. And it was really, really fragrant. It was so good. Plus, not only that, but the food was amazing. We shared a pizza and some
meatballs,
of course.
Pappatini.
And then we both had
Dessert, tiramisu. Yeah.
So yeah, great night Friday night.
Yeah.
Boys' night was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
those ladies went to that Paradiso.
Yeah. I think we got the better end of the stick on that one.
Hardly fair. Yeah.
And
but
then,
I have to say, as I always say, you have to go to Ravello and just try it. You can get out very cheap with like what we did, pizzas and meatballs and a round of beers or whatever.
right.
You know, you don't have to have dessert. You don't have to get dressed up. Yes, you can. You can do all those things, but you know, the pizza was only $20. Split that 2 people, and I forget what the meatballs are, like $12 or whatever.
Yeah.
So
It's like $30.
yeah.
So that was great. And then Saturday was time to go see Avengers Infinity War. In as few words as possible and no spoilers, what did you think?
Luke is his father.
Seriously.
I thought it was very good. I was kind of shocked
Right.
at the ending and even some of the stuff that happened. I'm not, you know, a superhero. You know, I get the Marvel universe.
Not a superhero fan.
Yeah, I watch the movies.
Right.
You know, but I don't read all the comics and dwell into the backstories of all these crazy shenanigan people.
Yeah. Well,
you know,
the only thing reading the comics helps you with is you can identify the characters quicker, and you can identify like the names. Like they've used names before in passing. You're like, oh my gosh, that's so and so and so and so and so and so, and you know they're going to probably have some type of a like Adam Warlock. They teased at the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
Is a pretty big deal in the Marvel universe. But the thing about the Marvel movies is they don't necessarily adhere to the comic book. So, you know, you're already dealing with a finite amount of Marvel characters when you go into Infinity War, when the Infinity Gauntlet, which is the series that the movie is loosely based on. I mean, the entire Marvel universe was affected.
Wow.
You know, and if you've seen the movie, you know what I mean by the word affected. But I mean, it's everybody. It's mutants, Fantastic Four, all the people that we just don't have access to yet. So all that being said, I'm a superhero person. I've spent 10 years with these characters. I mean, it was rough. There was a lot of I was choking back tears a couple times. The only downside about it is, so as we were sitting in the movie theater, we were sitting in a in the dining theater, and there's 4 rows.
4
across. So it's Tony on an aisle, me in the middle, Sid, and then some girl from
unnamed guest.
Some unnamed guest from some other place. And I don't know if she was high or she is your prototypical millennial who thinks that if it's happening in her presence, A, she needs to talk about it, and B, she needs to talk to the screen, and C, she needs to just
Yikes.
like something sad happened towards the end of the movie, and she was bawling. She was weeping. I'm like, it's a movie.
Yeah.
You know, Chris Pratt and Chris Evans and all those people.
They're still alive.
Nothing happened to them. You know, nothing happened to them. They're still all kicking. So outside of that, it was hardest on my wife because she sat next to her. And so it was, you know, let me give you an example. At one point, the food finally shows up, and it's after the first 10 minutes, which were very loud and very off-putting in the front end of the movie. And this was during a quiet time in the movie, and I hear, and I'm like, "Are you humming?" Like, there's no humming in the movie.
Right.
So, other than that, that was great. And then we went to Paradiso 37 to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. We had 2 of our friends join us, and a new friend joined us. So we had a big, and it was loud, and it was raucous, and I had a headache by the time it was over because of the noise. It was very loud.
Yeah.
I got in the car. I just got in the car and I turned the radio off, and I'm like,
yeah, it was very loud in there.
Yeah.
That's the one downfall I hate about going to that place.
It's very loud. Hard floors.
Hard, yeah.
There's no carpet. There's no sound deflection.
And there's a lot of areas where you get the outside noise because, like, they have those garage door things, so you're getting
Right.
all the noise from
Right.
the regular Disney
Right.
Springs area.
Yeah, but outside of that, dinner was great.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
They're doing their Discover Bourbon at Disney Springs,
Yeah.
a.k.a. the Bourbon Trail.
I still think the food is mediocre at best.
It's
there.
not great.
Yeah.
And nothing against Paradiso 37. I mean, it's okay. But here's the thing. If I want Mexican food, I'm going to go to the Senor Tequilas right down the street and pay 1/3 what I paid for dinner
Yeah.
and get just as good, if not better, Mexican food.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
the
thing.
last time we were there for a media event, they were promoting like tableside guacamole. What the hell happened to that?
We weren't in the. They can't get the tape. They can't get the carts up there. The carts on the floor because we were in that raised area.
Well, put a cart up there.
I know, right? You would think. I know.
Stupid.
It's crazy. And most of the things that they were premiering at that event were like ribs, burgers. I'm like, that's not Mexican food. You're not going to eat that on Cinco de Mayo.
Well, it's supposed to represent the Americas,
Right.
North America
Correct.
and South America.
Correct.
Yeah.
We were gunning for the lower part of America.
Yeah.
We're going for the, not America's hat.
Yeah.
We're going more for the pants.
The pantalones.
The pantalones. So that was kind of our weekend. Did you do anything Disney on Sunday?
No,
Me neither. I just worked.
I just did laundry and stuff around the house.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah. Exciting stuff.
All right. So we're 12 minutes into the show. We put you to sleep yet? Awesome. Hey, you guys want to know what it's like living here in Disney? This is what it's like.
Yep.
You spend a day going to the park, or you go to the Disney Springs, and then you go to Walmart. That's your life, pretty much. All right. So nothing else?
Got nothing.
All right. Well, let's say it with us now, everybody. There's nothing else we can do except get into the news.
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
We know that coming to Walt Disney World can be very overwhelming with all the fast passes, the dining reservations, even getting from attraction to attraction can be extremely overwhelming. But we've got a friend that can help you make your next trip to Walt Disney World even more magical. It's Ramon and Theme Park Concierges. You can visit themeparkconcierges.com or call them at 407-257-9973. Ramon and his amazing team of VIP concierges will take care of you from the moment you arrive at the park until the moment you go back to your resort. They can take care of you for a 4-hour time slot or a full day. It all depends on what you need. They can take care of your dining reservations, your fast passes, and even make sure that you find even more magic hidden in the Disney parks. Well, contact our friends, themeparkconcierges.com, or call 407-257-9973 and tell them your friends over at the Disney Parks Podcast sent you. Well, work continues on the Guardians of the Galaxy themed roller coaster coming to Epcot. Have you heard about this? A roller coaster
I've heard it.
in Epcot. Go figure. Last week, 968 trucks worth of concrete was poured to create the foundation of what will soon take shape to become Epcot's mammoth Guardians of the Galaxy themed attraction. Now, this attraction is on pace to become one of the world's largest enclosed roller coasters. And to house it, a new facility is being built adjacent to the existing Universe of Energy building. Now, they're taking the Universe Energy building and making it primarily the queue area and staging, pre and post staging.
Right.
Right.
And a gift shop.
A gift shop. Oh, of course. Has to be a gift shop. Inspired by the Guardians of the Galaxy films, this attraction will expand on the original version of Epcot's Future World with an epic storyline being developed by Walt Disney Imagineers in close collaboration with the original filmmaker. Not filmmakers, filmmaker. James Gunn. Not ers. Although, you could probably say that, the Marvel people, but it's primarily James Gunn's baby. So this is very exciting. We've heard rumors that they're using a very unique roller coaster vehicle.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Hopefully it won't be a revolutionary roller coaster vehicle like the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train when tall people and people of size kind of get screwed out of this deal.
No, because I think this kind of coaster, they go out and get a coaster maker to bring their wares.
As long as I can fit in the ride vehicle, and I'm losing weight, but still, you might be too tall again.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah. Nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, John. Have
Sure.
you ever lost anything in the parks?
Nothing of consequence.
Yeah.
Like I think I probably left a hat or something somewhere,
Yeah.
but I didn't
Hat,
think about it.
sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friends, ex-girlfriend,
Those were on purpose.
big toe.
You didn't lose them. You left
I
them.
left some sweat there during a few races. Yeah, no, nothing major. Why?
Yeah. Well, they're changing the entire lost and found process.
If you don't claim it within 10 minutes, they're going to set it on fire.
It used to be before that if you lost something, a cast member would hopefully get it, and then they would put it in the lost and found area, and then somebody would go around the park, collect all those items, and bring them to the central lost and found by the TTC.
Right?
That's the whole process. Well,
Okay.
as of May 21st, there'll be a whole new process. You'll actually be able to track your item in real time. If you go to the site, disneyworld.disney.go.com/guest-services/lost-and-found. Rolls right off the tongue.
It's so simple.
You'll be able to report an item missing, and then if a cast member finds it, you'll be able to track its whereabouts in real time.
Okay.
So, the way this works is after you've lost your item, you'll be able to report it on the website, and while continuing your day in the park, as cast members look for the item, you will receive periodic updates, keeping you in the loop until you are eventually reunited with your lost item.
Right.
Cast members in the parks are now being trained on this new technology and process now for to be rolled out in a couple of weeks in May. Including being encouraged to turn in lost items quicker than they have in previous. Because they used to kind of pile them all up and then kind of report them at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you may
done.
have been gone.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah.
So this will be interesting if they can, get the items too. I'll tell you, 2 years ago, my brother dropped his cell phone on the mine train. And we did not get the phone back. We knew where it was, but just they weren't willing to shut down the ride to go get a phone.
Of course not. I dropped my wallet and it had $7,000 in it.
Yeah.
I found your
That
wallet,
I need
sir.
to spend in the park today.
Yeah, that I need to
Oh,
spend
wait, hold
in the
on. We
park
can
today.
get that.
We can get that.
Yeah.
I was planning on buying a very expensive jewelry item for
Yeah.
my wife. Can you help me find that?
Yeah. So, I don't know. I've heard stories of, all of the many crazy things that, have bubbled up over at Lost and Found. Glass eyes and wooden legs and,
It worked out well
yeah.
for Thor.
Yeah. All kinds of stuff, you
Right.
know.
Ouch.
Yeah. And now Florida passed that law, which Disney can now get rid of it quicker. They don't have to hold on to it
Sure.
as long. I think it's only 90 days. So you're going to want to claim your lost item because
Yes.
after 90 days, they're just going to give it away.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Now it's called Found and Tracked.
Yeah.
I want to know how that's going to work. They're probably going to have to tag it, put some type of a tag on it, and
RFID
scan
tag.
it.
Yeah.
RFID. Good Lord.
Yeah. All right, we have some meetups coming up. May 26th, we are going to the Baseline Tap House.
Based on Tap House.
That's at the Disney's Hollywood Studios, all the way in the back by Grand Avenue, by the Muppet Theater thing.
Or is what we're going to call it Star Wars Land.
The Star Wars entrance.
Yes.
Yeah, it is right near the Star Wars entrance.
It will be.
Yeah.
Yes.
It will be where you're going to stop and wait very long time to get your
Yes.
beer.
You're going to be very familiar with the Baseline Tap House because you're going to go there for breakfast. And then a few hours later, you're going to be stopping in for lunch because you're still standing in line.
So we'll be there. And then we're hoping to meander over to the fireworks and get a glimpse of the Star Wars fireworks if we can. June 23rd at 2 p.m., we're going to Port Orleans French Quarter for some beignet.
French Quarter. Mr. Quarter.
Mr. Quarter.
That's funny.
We're going to have some beignet.
Beignets.
July 28th at 2 p.m., we're going to Crazyville, Andy's Lunchbox.
We hope.
Hit Toy Story Land. Yeah, if they let us in. I mean, we may have to get up at the crack of dawn just to wait in the line to get into the land.
I'm going to just trust you're going to get me in, bro.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. If that fails, we'll figure something out. But let's just stick with that plan for now.
Yep.
And then, as always, we're still looking for some bloggers, photographers, videographers, anybody that wants to, help do stuff on the Disney Parks Podcast blog. We would like for you to contribute if you have the time.
See?
It's not a paid job. It's a passion job.
Yes.
If you have a passion for Disney and you want to, give us your tips and what you do and how you do it and where you like to eat and drink and sit and sleep and snore and whatever, we're into all that.
Some of that.
Don't forget you can listen to this show on your Amazon Echo, your Amazon Dot, or your Google Home device. Just say, play the Disney Parks Podcast.
This is after you confess everything to the NSA.
Yeah, right.
After you get done with that, then you can play the Disney Parks Podcast.
After you give your NSA disclosure agreement and your NDA.
That's true.
Don't forget to go visit us at the Disney Parks store. That's disneyparks.com/store. I think it's store, shop.
Whatever.
Shop.
Yeah, let's go
shop
with that.
or store.
Let's go with that.
Either one. We have some one-of-a-kind shirts still for sale.
Yeah.
So I want to get rid of those if you want to go buy one. Don't forget to rate us and review us wherever we are on iTunes or Google Play or Stitcher or wherever you listen to the podcast.
Come find us, kids. We're out there.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Tony, have you heard of this little movie called Avengers Infinity War?
No, I really haven't.
It's been kind of successful.
Yeah.
It's done well for itself.
Yeah.
Very proud of it.
Is it better than Black Panther?
Yeah, I would say it is. Right. So Marvel Studios' Infinity War enters the record books with the grand opening of, guess how much? Just don't look, just guess. It's in millions. I'll go ahead and I'll give you that
600 million.
A little bit more.
800 million.
Not even close. $640.4 million.
Was that just what, Thursday or Friday or?
Oh no, that's the week. That's the let's see. It'll probably say here in a second. It's a global opening of 640.4 million, make it the highest global opening weekend of all time. So opening weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday. $640 million. The film also shattered domestic records, amassing $257.7 million over 3 days in the United States and Canada for the biggest ever opening weekend. Avengers Infinity War followed a $106.3 million domestic Friday, number 2 of all time by breaking records on both Saturday and Sunday. The film's $82.1 million Saturday and $69.2 million Sunday represent the highest ever grosses for those days of the week. Marvel now holds 6 of the top 10 opening weekends of all time. And the Walt Disney Studios holds 9 of the top 10.
Avatar's the other one.
That's right. Which
they will own.
Yeah, they'll own it here in just a little bit. The international opening of $382.7 million represents the second highest international opening weekend ever posted, even without grosses from China. So we still haven't launched in China yet.
And there's what, 1 trillion people in China?
There's a bazillion people. Avengers Infinity War is set to open on May 11th, or China, nor Russia, where it already opened, May 3rd. Avengers Infinity War posted the highest opening weekend in industry history in Korea, Western India, the Philippines, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Mexico, Brazil, Central America, Peru, Chile, Ecuador, Venezuela, Bolivia, South America, Turkey, the non-local, the UAE, and West Africa. With the $640.4 million opening weekend, Marvel Studios' 19 releases now have amassed a staggering $15.48 billion just in ticket sales. This weekend also marks a new milestone for Black Panther. Oh, yeah, that's still in theaters.
Oh, yeah.
Which passed Star Wars The Last Jedi to claim the number 9 all-time global spot with an estimated global cumulative box office of $1.333 billion.
It's crazy.
And DC can't get a freaking movie out that's decent. Wonder Woman. I'll give you Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Patty Jenkins is the boss.
Yeah.
The rest of them, not so much.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. What do you think they're saying over at DC? What the hell?
Well, now they've got Joss Whedon.
Did he leave?
Yeah, he left after he did Civil War. No, not Civil War. After he did Avengers, the first Avengers movie, he also did Avengers: Age of Ultron, and that broke him. He says, "I can't. I need a break." He says, "I'm burnt out." Because he was.
So I'm gonna go over to DC where they don't do anything very well. So that'll give me time to.
Well, they hired him over at DC to do the reshoots and rewrites for Justice League because they were struggling. Zack Snyder had creative. Zack Snyder in the DC universe was the Joss Whedon of the Marvel universe. The problem is Zack didn't do really well on his movies. They were good. They were theatrical hits to a point, but they weren't like mega blockbusters. And then Zack had a family issue, and he couldn't finish Justice League. So they brought Joss in to kind of fix it, and he did the best with what he could. But his whole deal was he was going to do the Batgirl movie, and everything fell through. So he's not doing Batgirl now.
Right.
It's back on track, but he's not doing it. The one thing that I did hear about the Avengers is Avengers Infinity War is doing better than its top 9 films combined.
Wow.
Opening weekend. I think it's 9, could be 7, but pretty sure it's 9. So just this one movie is just killing it. Now, I loved it. I want to see it again. I don't think I'm going to go see it 27 times. I'm not that kind of person because I can only take so much of that roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
Now I just want to see how the story concludes.
Right.
I want to see Thanos get his ass thoroughly and summarily kicked.
Yeah. I mean, Josh Brolin played that great. I think.
Josh did a great job, and he's coming back in a couple weeks playing Cable in Deadpool, which is weird.
Yeah.
There's a trailer that played before Avengers
But
Infinity War.
you don't really see him in either one.
Cable you do.
Oh, Cable you do?
Yeah, Cable you do.
I thought he was on CG'd.
No, see his arm is CG. There's that line, and he's got a thing in his eye. There's that line that says, "Pump your brakes, there, Thanos."
Yeah.
Disney requested that they take that line out of the movie.
Oh, really?
They were allowed to leave it in the trailer, but they took it out of the movie. So
That's a shame.
this is Disney's going to own Deadpool here in a few weeks, anyways. Doesn't really matter. So good on you guys. I'm jacked up. If you're a Marvel fan,
Yeah.
there's no better time to be alive. Yeah.
Stan Lee's probably raking in some bucks.
I hope so.
He's got to be getting a little scratch for.
I hope so. He's lost a bunch. The guy embezzled a bunch and stole from him. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
All right. Hey, last week's trivia question was, what is the name of Andy's dog in Toy Story 2?
Rex.
No. The answer was Buster.
Oh.
So Amy is the winner of that contest. Then we had
Yay.
that secondary question.
What was that?
Who, the woman that we had on the show from the Hometown Museum, who slept at her house?
George Washington.
We got a lot of answers, and they were all correct, which means everybody's listening.
Thanks, guys.
So the answer was Walt and Lillian and Roy and Roy's wife, and that went to Carol. So
Good for you.
we got 2 winners this week.
2 winners.
Speaking of, they're going to SeaWorld.
Hey. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Sesame Street's going to SeaWorld.
Yay.
All right, so this week's question is, which glass slipper did Cinderella leave behind at the ball? Now, you got a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, totally.
Unless she's got a third leg, I don't know about.
Well, I can't even fake guess. I usually give it away.
Yeah. So give us a shot. DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com. Send us your answer.
Hey, I'd send one of each if you don't know.
Yeah. Just, I mean, you have a 50-50 shot. One's going to be right, one's going to be wrong.
Red, no blue. Pink, no blue.
No, those are the
Dress colors.
the fairy godmother.
Damn it.
Fauna, flora. I forgot the other one. Jeez.
Fauna, flora, and...
I can't think of it.
All right. You're going to make me Google it for you.
All right. Well, John's doing that. If you are not, you can support the show by going to patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast. And over there, you'll sign up for whatever level you like, whatever fits into your budget. And then we'll send you something nice. And you get an exclusive ad-free show each week for you. We do a Facebook page where you can join us live for a Patreon-only show before this one. And we're going to do some other things, I think, this year. I have some other ideas coming up. We got 2 new patrons, which I don't have on this list, but we want to thank James, Krista, Grant, Ernie, David, Sam, Jennifer, Ross, Ron, Jeremy, Willie, Michael, Mike, Cassandra, Katie, Eva, and Katie.
Katie.
Katie number 1, Katie number 2.
Katie and other Katie.
Yeah.
And the name you were looking for was Merriweather.
Merriweather. It's not an F.
That's right. Well, you play your cards right. All right, next.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, John, you're a Donald Duck fan, and so's your
My
mama.
mom is big time. I'll take him or leave him.
Yeah. So there's a new Donald Duck. Did Disney buy a magnet company? We're giving away magnets.
Get them out like hotcakes.
Yeah, there was like 3 for Flower and Garden. Now there's another one. So if you go over to, starting May 18th, if you go over to Disney Hollywood Studios, May 18th through June 29th, or probably as supplies last, annual pass holders will be able to pick up the first exclusive Donald Duck magnet. This new AP magnet will be available at Disney's Hollywood Studios through no specific location has been announced yet. Last time they were giving away, what was it? The gift shop.
Yeah,
the first
weird.
gift shop.
Yeah,
it was somebody standing at the exit just handing back.
Yeah.
The first magnet I got, they asked for to see my pass holder. The second 2 magnets I got,
They're like,
they
here.
did. Yeah, they're just like here.
Probably had enough.
Yeah.
The cool thing about this is I've seen pictures of it. It's like old school Donald, like the real long face, real long skinny face back when he was in the 30s.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Yeah,
It's great. I love it.
yeah. But I just don't. I don't understand why they're giving out magnets like they're like it's nobody's business.
That's the new thing, I guess, because people. Well, I mean,
I guess it's cheap.
it's inexpensive, and people a lot of times put them on their cars, and that's free advertising.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than a button.
Well, I listen. If you have one of these magnets, do not put it on your car.
Right.
They get stolen.
Yep.
I saw 2 or 3 Facebook posts of the Flower and Garden ones being stolen off of people's cars.
Yep.
So
We get them. They go right on the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, if you're a sucker for a redhead like I am, Disney's hooking you up. Now you can meet a redhead. Did I mention she's a pirate and she's a cast member, so you can't actually get her number? And she's a pirate, so she probably doesn't have a cell phone. Anyway, starting this summer at Disneyland Park, guests will be able to meet the newest addition to the Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean attraction, and a whole new meet and greet coming to New Orleans Square. You thought that Give Us the Redhead thing was just a fad? Oh no, Disney's doubling down on it.
That's right.
Oh, Jesus God. Her name is Red with 2 Ds. The name of the new Redhead character is a mysterious pirate who roams the Caribbean, selling rum and collecting coins, and selling. The reworked Pirates of the Caribbean attraction reopens at Disneyland Park on June 7th, 2018. Hey, Tony, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
When didn't we get our refurbishment first?
Yes.
Why didn't we get a redhead character? Why didn't we get a meet and greet?
Because it doesn't matter for us.
I'm starting to feel like the redheaded stepchild of Disney.
Yeah.
See what I did there? Yeah. That's crazy. Well, that does it for this week. We want to make sure that you guys come and visit us at DisneyParksPodcast.com. You can also find us on Facebook at Disney Parks Podcast, YouTube at Disney Parks Podcast, and the Twitter at Disney Podcaster. Hey, don't forget to check out our brand new Instagram page at Disney Parks Podcast. We can't wait to see you. Thank you for taking time out of your busy week to share this with us. We don't mean to cram the ending in, but we're behind on our interview. So after that, my friends, I guess we'll just see you in the parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.
Like a boat out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. One you wish upon